What up and welcome to Rama Screen YouTube channel, and here's my review of Netflix new movie, Vanished into the Night. Let's rock this. Okay, so this movie comes all the way from Italy and I've already watched the whole thing, and what do I think of it? Vanish into the Night is a mixed bag, but I'm leaning more towards not being a fan of it. I mean, there are parts about it that kept me guessing and kept me on the edge of my seat because Ricardo's character is such a fuck up. The movie kind of banks on him being a pathological liar and unable to pull off what he is supposed to do to rescue his kids. But the twist reveal at the end is very lackluster at best. So it's a mildly effective psychological Hitchcockian thriller only to a certain extent before the story just kind of eventually falls apart at the seams. In Vanish into the Night, Elena is an American psychiatrist who came to live in Italy, in Puglia, for the love of Pietro, a man with a stormy past. They got married and had 2 children, with a dream of restoring a masseria farmhouse and turning it into a hotel, but things didn't work out, and soon Pietro and Elena broke up. One night, their children vanish into thin air while they are with Pietro at the farm. Pietro and Elena receive a phone call. Their children have been kidnapped. To get them back, they will have to pay 150,000 euros in cash within 36 hours. These are some very dangerous people who are capable of anything. By all accounts, Vanish into the Night is pretty much a straight-to-streaming service movie quality. There's hardly anything cinematic about it. The tone is dark, but the pacing is excruciatingly sluggish, which is weird for a story that's supposedly about a man racing against the clock. The scene where Pietro is just waiting at the restaurant just drives me nuts because it's basically Much Ado About Nothing. The movie has little to no character development, and we are not given sufficient background information either, and so we as audiences are forced to kind of piece it together along the way. And maybe it's because I've never been to Italy, but making him run from point A to point B as if the locations are in close proximity to each other just seems silly to me. Now, the lead star is Italian, named Ricardo, but his co-star is a very familiar face because she is pretty famous here in mainstream Hollywood. Annabelle Wallis. You may have recognized her from such films as Annabelle and Malignant and The Mummy and King Arthur, just to name a few. I don't know how or why she found herself doing an Italian project like this, but hey, a job's a job, right? And her profile happens to fit her character on the pages. Now, I've read somewhere that Annabelle Wallis can speak multiple languages, but the interesting thing is that she can only speak broken Italian language, so she mixes it up with English mostly. And so Ricardo remains speaking in Italian, but Annabelle would respond or react to him in English 80% of the time, which does create a fascinating dynamic because I've never seen an on-screen couples quarrel quite like that before. So yeah, overall I give Vanish into the Night the rating of 2.5 out of 5. It has its moments, and I'm sure those of you who come from a broken home and those of you who have experienced divorce or separation can relate to it to a degree, but as a thriller, especially with that weak pedestrian ending, this movie just fails to impress me.